So guys, today we're learning how to style our browser scroll bar using CSS. So right now I'm currently on Draw. So what I'm going to be doing right now is to download one of these free one of these free icons to see how this can be done. So I'm going to be picking this one. So on Draw is actually a free site for getting a illustration like this. So I'm going to click right here and I'm going to click on download SVG. So it's going to download right here. So I've already picked mine. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel it. So what I'm going to do right now is to actually go to my downloads folder. Okay, come right here. So I'm going to pick so I'm going to pick this one. Alright, just going to copy it. Alright, so I'm going to paste it inside this place. So I'm going to paste it. So I'm just going to rename this into vector.svg. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. So the next thing for me to do is to open my VS Code and just open it like this. So if you look at my VS Code, you see that I have an image tag already, okay, of something of its with the source attribute pointing to vector. So if I come here, you see that I have this HTML here, okay, and this vector right here. So I also set a width of 400 pixels, and I also have this this inline CSS tag. So we're going to write now a CSS here because it's a very little CSS. So what I'm going to do right now is to right click and just open this on my browser. No, with live server. So I'm going to have something like this. Okay, so as you can see what I have here. So this is what I have exactly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and close this one like this. And I'm going to reduce this just like so. So after reducing this, so what I'm going to do, I'll also reduce this one too, and I'm also going to toggle this one down. So we have our image here. Okay, so you can use any image. Apparently this is not the original that I downloaded, but you can use any one we like. So I'm just going to scroll down. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this into like maybe 8 or 10. I don't know, but just keep duplicating until you have multiple image here. Okay, until your scroll bar does pop out like this, because this try is meant for us to work on the scroll bar. So let me enlarge it and see if the scroll bar is still active. Okay, it's still active like this. So we have something like this. I'm just going to toggle it down. So is this scroll bar that I want to change the style? So what I'm going to be doing right now is just I'm going to scroll upward. I'm going to come to my CSS. Alright, now one thing about this to styling scroll bar is that we don't have a particular class to just style it with directly. So what we're going to be using is WebKit. So I'm going to do HTML. Alright, and I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to say WebKit KIT. So I'm going to say scroll bar. So I'm going to target our scroll bar. So I'm going to put a width of 20 pixels. And if I save it, you see what does happen. This width does disappear. Although the width is still there, but the reason why we're not seeing it because there's no color on it. So the next I'm going to do now, I'm just going to target the color. Okay, now I'm going to write HTML again. I'm going to put it double something like this. I'm also going to type in scroll track. So I'm going to target the scroll track. Now, so I'm going to put a background color of black. Let's see. So I'll save the background color of black. Now, this scroll track is something that I'll show you right here. But the reason why it's not working because I forget to have WebKit. So without WebKit, it's not going to show. Put a dash here. Save it. I'm still having an error. Okay, should be scroll bar track. So I put a scroll bar there. Okay, so you can see now I have a dark dark scroll track here. Now, should in case you let me uncheck this. Now, let me explain this thing better. Now, this scroll bar, all right, this scroll bar that we are seeing here is actually the entire scroll bar here. Okay. Now, why this scroll track is talking about this white space. All right, this white space that we have here is the scroll bar. Why this thing you are seeing, this arrow up here and this arrow down, are called the scroll button, the scroll bar buttons. Okay. Now, why this thing, okay, that I'm dragging like this is called the thumbs, because this is what we click on. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck this right now. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to put HTML again, HTML. Okay, and I'm going to say WebKit, WebKit. So I'm going to put scroll bar thumbs. Okay, this time around I'm just going to put something like a background of blue. Okay, let me save it here. You see. Okay, see here we have black here, right, and we have a blue background here, as you can see. So now there is another thing I can do. I can actually add so many things to this thumb. I can also add a border radius of. I can add a border radius. Of something like, let me say 10 pixels. If I save it, you see how I have how my scroll bars color has changed to a border radius. So I can also add a shadow, but I'll explain that one later on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do now, I will just copy this. Right, I'm going to paste it twice, but this first one I'll add an over effect. What if I over it? What's going to happen? Over effect. So if I over it, I want the background to be, let's say I want it to be purple. Okay, that's nice. Purple is a really nice color. So let's see what's going to happen when we over it. You see, I don't like purple. Let me put it coral. Now something very more active. Okay, you see, now we have coral one over it. Now another thing that we can do again, we can also add another one, so that when we click on it, I'll add something like an active. So we can add pseudo class of active. Yeah, I want it to be, I want the background to be something like let's say I want it to be green. Yeah, green. Let's say green. So however this thing, it changes. So when it's active, it changes to green. As you can see, no, this is how to just work on this on our scroll bar. See, I will just design it properly. So there are different ways to do it. So we have blue. If over it, it changes to coral. When we scroll it, it's changed to green. So this is exactly how to design your scroll bar. This is exactly how to do it. So let me show you other fancy design that we can do to this. So let me come to my thumbs. So I'm going to wipe this out now. I'm going to put something of a background of transparent. Okay. And I'm going to put border radius of 5 pixels. Okay, and I'm going to be putting a border. I think border like this. No, I'm having a problem with this this IntelliSense. Usually cover what I'm doing. I'll say 2 pixels solid. Okay, I'll say black. Let me save it and see what I have here. Now you won't be seeing it, but I'll work on it later on. So the next thing for me to do, I'll say box shadow. Okay, I'll put insert, not insert like an insert, just insert 1 pixels, 1 pixels, 5 pixels, RGB 0, 59, 253. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So if I save it, you see what I have here. Okay, now look at our border does change. If I overwrite, you see my class is still active. Now I'll explain this later on. So let us add other effects to it. So let me scroll upward here and design this track. So this track, we can also add a fancy design to it. Let us remove this design. So here I'm going to add what is called a background image. So in the background image, we're going to put repeat, repeat linear gradient. So inside the repeat linear gradient, I'm going to put 180 degree. Okay. So I'm going to put blue. I'm going to put the number of 0. I'm going to put purple. Okay, purple should be 1 pixels. Just 1 pixels like this. I'm going to put transparent of 0, transparent of 50%. So then I will say background of background size of 10 pixels. So if I save it, you see what I have here. So this is another design that we can do. So you see how fancy this design looks. So guys, this is where I will stop. Feel free to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in my next tutorial.